Hey, welcome back to Learning Self-Reliance. My name is Roland, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about my Boreal21 replacement. So, if you guys haven't seen my last bug out, my mock bug out, I took my Boreal21 Bowsaw here and I ran into some problems with it. It started to lose its spring. I went through a couple of ideas of why it was doing it. I thought maybe somehow the blade had stretched, which sounded ridiculous and still sounds pretty ridiculous. I thought the frame might have been bent, and I compared it to my wife's, and it did look quite a bit different. But I sent it in, and I got a replacement a couple of days ago. So let me open this up, and I kind of want to show you guys what my current theory is on what happened. All right, so on this close-up here, you can see the levering action here right behind the handle. When I bend this out, you can kind of see this divot in here in the spine of the Bowsaw. There is this little spot that's a little bit thinner. I believe that this spot somehow, in the process of what I was doing, I'm not sure if it was user error or manufacturer error, but I'm leaning towards user error personally, and this spot seems to have gotten bent. I think it could be because I hadn't maintained the kerf so well, and maybe my blade had gotten so dull that when I was in the act of pushing on this, let me snap that together. When I was pushing on this hard with my hand, I ended up bending this over here because the kerf wasn't wide enough to get rid of the wood and to cut properly. So and it could have been that, or that the blade itself was a little bit dull. This is a new drywood blade. And so this is my replacement here. So there are a couple of flaws on this replacement. It's definitely not new. On the handle here, the Boreal21 writing is a little bit faded, and honestly you can kind of just like pick it off here. It's a little bit weird, but obviously somebody else had owned this and they didn't like it and they sent it back or something like that, or they repaired it, but I don't believe it was mine. Could have been mine, but I doubt it. Mine, I think, had quite a bit more use. They did send the blade back, or the saw back, with a different blade than I had anticipated. I sent it in without a blade, and I thought they would send it back without a blade, but they sent me a replacement, and they sent a greenwood blade with that. So this came back with the greenwood. So I took that off, put back on the my spare drywood. And so this is my spare drywood here. So I'll have to get another one so that I've got at least 2 drywood blades inside of my bag. Overall, really happy with the process. So I contacted them on their customer contact on their website, and said my blade seems to have lost its spring. I kind of gave some ideas of what had happened, and they said, we're surprised by that. It was a pretty quick turnaround. Emailed me in about 2 or 3 days, said, we're surprised by that. Send it in, we'll send you a replacement. So I sent it in a couple days later, and then it took quite a while for them to get back to me. I think I messaged them about a month later, and I said, hey, how's that going? I had tracking on it, and I saw that it had arrived, and they said, and then it took about a week for them to respond again, and I emailed them a third time. Yeah, that's right, I emailed them a third time, said, did you get my last email? I saw that it's arrived. They said, we do have it. We're shipping out a replacement on Monday. They shipped out a replacement, got here in a couple days. So the shipping from Canada to where I live in Utah was pretty quick. Overall, with the RMA or replacement experience with Agawa Canyon was fantastic. I mean, their communication was a little slow, but who knows how big their operation is. And the replacement saw is great. I really like how this tension is. You can really hear the nice firm snap with that saw on there. So the tension is great, and I haven't got to test this out yet, but I'll take it out hopefully on a mock bug out here pretty soon, and I'll give this a try, and I'll let you guys know how it goes, but I can't imagine it won't perform well. I mean, it's just, the blade is really what it is, and then the tension of the bow. So the tension is right, so I really do expect that it's going to work out well. But overall, yeah, really happy with this. I definitely recommend going with Agawa Canyon, and I would purchase from them again. And there's plenty of there's little things I wanted to get. They've got this little bone saw that they offer for hunters, which seemed pretty interesting. I had a weird thing that I kind of wanted, very, very strange, so I don't expect they would do it, but would be a hacksaw for this, which would be pretty cool for opening something that, some sort of metal that you can't open, or maybe you know, pulling something off a car or something like that, some bolt that's stuck, or if you got locked out or something, you could saw off a lock with it. All sorts of random things that a hacksaw, a metal hacksaw, would be good for. But that would be something I would suggest, but I doubt they'd go with anything like that. But and I doubt all that many people would be interested in it either. Pretty special like that. But yeah, happy with the Agawa Canyon. Definitely recommend going with them again. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please remember to like and subscribe.